Okay, good evening, everyone. So probably only two of you are here. Okay, it could be okay. However, so already we have seen previously we have seen this system call. System call is so create. As I said in the previous class, all system calls will be generated either -1 or other than -1. Let me say any value which is not equal to -1. Okay, so if -1 or other than so other than so minus one. Okay, it might be 0, it might be 1, it might be 200, it might be 300. However, it could not be equal to -1. When -1 could be there with you, then you have to consider that your system call is not working properly. Actually, system call is working properly, but there might be having some kind of error while executing the system call. That is the meaning of -1. So normally, so if -1 is not there, then normally it is being generated 0. If 0 will be there, yes, your system call is executed successfully without any problem. It has been executed successfully. In some other kind of system calls, so they may be generated -1 or any other value other than 0 also. Okay, let me remind you where exactly that could be. However, create can be used to create the so new file for you. Okay, it could be always used to create a new file, and whatever the file name you are expected, so that particular file name could be specified here, so that that file will be so gets created here. And this mode is very important for us, because Unix file system could be always used to have some kind of permissions, that is read, write, and execute permission for owner. So followed by read, write, execute permission for so RWX could be there, RWX could be there for others, and again RWX could be there for so I mean group. So this is for owner, this is for so others, sorry, this is for group, and this is for others. Okay, so these are the three different kinds of permissions are there. So based on these kind of permissions, we do have as many number of modes are available for us. So in C, as far as C programming is concerned, so if you want to create a file, so the file might be taken some kind of modes. Modes might be either read mode or write mode or append mode. Only these three can be enough as far as Turbo C, that is Microsoft based C. But Unix based C, ANSI C, so in addition to these three, we have one more extra, that is execute. Execute could be there, and we do have some more extra so permissions are available. RWX could be there. These two second RWX will be related to group, and the third RWX could be related to others. So that huge number of modes are available as far as the ANSI C is being concerned here. Then what are the different kinds of things? All these things have been specified in so sys.h. I'll give you at the end of this slide. At the end of this slide, that header file will be there. So look at this. This is the macro you have to specify. This macro will be s_i rwx u. Rwx is permissions, u in the sense user. Okay, rwx will be the permission, u in the sense that is user. As far as octal number system, this is the so 700. For user, you have been given rwx, and s_i read. What does it means? For user, it has been given read permission, only read permission. And then followed by so s_ir usr in the sense read permission. So r in the sense read permission, usr in the sense for user. Okay, this could be almost all equal to the same. So whatever the so definition it could be. So you may be use this particular kind of macro, otherwise this kind of macro. Any one of this same, any one of them are same. Okay, then s_i, so write in the sense for user. for user, you have been given write permission on that particular file. And this could also be specified. So s underscore iw usr. Usr in the sense user. It could be also equal to the previous macro. So you could specify either this one or this one in terms of opening the file. And execc in the sense this is for execution purpose for user. It is for user. And so this could also be equal ixusr. So s underscore I, x in the sense execute. So this one usr in the sense user. It could also be used as like as this one. Okay. Most probably we are expected to use. So this one, and then this one, and then this one. These are the three different kinds of things which are used to operate here. Of course, many of them are there. We have discussed only with the user. And this is group. So at the end, you have identify one letter, that is G, that is group. RWX for group. Similarly, read for GRP. GRP in the sense it is group. Read permission for GRP. And then, so execute permission for others. Okay. And then, okay, wait for a while. Yeah. So write permission for group. Okay. And then execute permission for group. Okay, and then read RWX permissions for others, and then R permission for others, and then W permission for others, and then X permission for others. Okay, so we do have approximately some 15 different kinds of macros have been defined for specifying the modes here. These modes are very important because while opening a particular file, while creating a particular file, on which mode it must be open, whether it is required read mode or write mode or execute mode. And these modes can be required for user, required for group, required for others, what you have to specify clearly. Okay, for that we are supposed to use something like this. And if you want to create a particular file, it could be happen in such a way. It could be happen in such a way. Look at this. You have to define a particular file descriptor, integer fd, followed by fd equal to create one particular name, whatever the name it may be, okay, whatever the file name it may be. How this file could be gets open. This file might be having read permission and write permission. Okay, so s underscore I read will be gives you. So this permission will be gives you. For user read permission will be given. For user write permission will be given. For user execute permission will be given. Okay, something like this. S underscore I read. Otherwise, if you are not interested to use this one, instead of this one, you could also use. So s underscore. So RIRUSR. You can specify this one also. It is also valid one because we do have some definitions are available here. Okay, like this. If you want to specify more and more number of modes, you have to give this pipe symbol between these two. Okay, pipe symbol and followed by s underscore I. Of course, you could specify and so on. Again, pipe symbol and s underscore I. S underscore I, and I have to specify something like this in this way. Where exactly all these things have been defined? These things will be defined at sys, hash include sys slash types.h. Types.h. So in types.h, everything has been defined. All these modes will be defined here. Okay, for stat, some other reason is there, but it must also be included here. It must also be included while doing this particular kind of thing here. So before going to further, before moving further, let me show you how a file can be created. Let me show you for a while. Just wait for a while. Yeah, some updates are available. Updates are not required at this moment. In ANSI C, you have a compiler, namely GCC. You have a compiler, namely GCC. Using that, you have to create. Okay, UP class. Let me create one particular directory, mkdir cp, C programming. Okay. Otherwise, rmdir cp I'd like to put mkdir lab. It could be better word. cdlab. Okay, look at this. How to create a particular file? ls-l. So there are no files here so far. So let me create a file for you. So by taking the assistance of a system call that is CREAT. Okay. So nano. So cr.c. Okay. Create file. That is the meaning here. Okay. So hash include stdio.h. So hash include sys/types.h, and then hash include so sys/stat.h. These three must be included while working with any files in terms of ANSYS. Okay, in terms of ANSYS. Of course, some other things also be there with us. So these three must be there in our inclusions. Then followed by in ANSYS, default return type of main will be int. So main. So let me take some number of parameters. Okay, without taking any parameters, let me create first one. Otherwise, you could also take some parameters. Integer argc argument counter, and then character. So argv. So this is the number of parameters which could be taken into consideration. So while executing this particular program, I may be give some kind of parameter. Based on the parameter, it could be worked out. Okay. Now here, let me create integer file descriptor ft. Okay. Then let me create the file. The file name is available at argv of 1. Already I have given some information regarding to so command line arguments in shell scripting. In shell scripting, $0, $1, $2, $3, and so on and so forth, $9. You please remember, you please recall yourself regarding to dollars over there. So here also, so argv of 0 will be executable file, whatever the file you are executing. So as far as the name suggested by us just before, cr will be the executable file. Then followed by second parameter, arg of 1 will be the file name, what actually you are interested to open. Okay, however, so fd will be equal to creat. There is no e actually, creat. So file name is whatever the file name which could be available with argv of 1, argv of 1, sorry, of 1, something like this. Followed by, it must be open, so in all caps, s_i, so or usr. For user, I am trying to give read permission, or so s_i wusr. Okay, for only user, I have been giving these parameters here. I mean, read and write permissions for only user. These are the modes which are available with us. If fd will be equal to, sorry, not equal to, because already I have given some information here that every system call will be generates either -1 or 0. If it is -1, so that system call, execution of system call is unsuccessful. Equal to other than -1, yes, your system call will be executed successfully. So keep this particular thing in your mind, so that fd is not equal to -1. So you have to specify, just print one particular message that printf. So percentage yes has created successfully. Okay, what is that percentages in the sense? Argv of 1. Okay, argument vector, whatever the command line parameter, second parameter, whatever the parameter you have given, that file has been created successfully. Otherwise printf, so percentage yes does not create it. Okay, what is that percentage yes here? So is argv of 1, that is unable to create that particular file. Okay, so here we have given some written, the statement, return type is written, so that we'd like to mention, so return, return 0. Return 0 will be successful, return 1 will be unsuccessful. Please remember this. Why this could be given, let me explain in future. Okay, so keeping on in progressive manner, we will explain each and everything here. So let us go ahead and execute this particular thing for a while. Let us check that. Yes, changes will be there. So before going to take this one, ls-l, no file, or one file has been created here. The file name is cr.c. Okay, so this is by default file because Nano has been created one particular file, that is cr.c. So there is no problem at all. It could be gets created. Now let me compile. How you can compile here in the sense GCC. Okay, okay, GCC. So your file name. So cr dot your file name dot c file name -o. What does it means? So create object file. So that particular object file will be, let me take same name. Let me take same name because without have any confusion, let me take same name. Look at this. If any errors will be there, that error will be, okay, no problem. It is a warning only. Implicit definition, implicit declaration of function C create. Did you mean that f read something like that? Don't worry. So it could not be take any kind of so measures to you. It could be always create a particular file. There is no problem at all. Okay. So don't worry about this particular warning. Okay. Now let me go ahead and choose for ls-l. Yes, there is a executable file which is being created here. One more extra file has been created here. So it does have some execute permission. Automatically execute permission will be given for that particular so object code here. Now let me run the program /. So that file name followed by my file name, which is going to created by me, will be abc.txt. This is my file name. Does abc.txt is existed in our directory? No, it is not existed. So let us check out this one. abc.txt has created successfully. And you please remember that we have given two different types of permissions for that particular abc.txt. Permission number one, read for group, sorry, for user, and write for user, and remaining everything is nothing. So -, only. Let us check out with ls-l. So look at this. Sorry, lf-l, not s. Look at this. So abc.txt is available, and which does have only two permissions, and remaining all permissions will be null. I hope that you understand. Don't worry about this particular warning. This warning is not being considered here. So always it is trying to specify f read and f write. Don't worry. Don't worry about this particular warning. So it could be executed successfully. Yes, your file has been created successfully. You please look into this. So like this, you have been taken into consideration. And let us go ahead and check out this particular file. So here I have given only two permissions. Those permissions will be for user, read permission has given, for user, write permission has given. Okay, so your file has been gets created with those permissions only. That abc.txt has been so created with those permissions only. In this way, you can create the file using a system call. Okay, so this is what about the reading. Sorry, creation. Okay, then how could you open a file? Yes, my file has been created successfully. How could you open a file? So you can open a file by using open system call, OPEN. The system call name is OPEN. Using this particular open, so you can open the file. And it could be open system call could be let you open a file for reading, writing, and reading and writing. So reading in the sense only for reading purpose, writing in the sense only for writing purpose. Reading and writing implicitly it is called as appending. Appending purpose. Appending in the sense it could be append the data data onto the particular file. So if you consider a file will be already existed something like this, yes, some data will be available within this particular file. Now I have been open this particular file and append some more data, then this file could not be reset. Reset in the sense it could not be delete anything, and your file will be gets to open to append some more extra data here. So that is what the meaning of reading and writing. When reading will be there, it should not allow you to write. When writing will be there, it should not allow you to read. Please remember these two issues. Okay. Then what is the general syntax? General syntax will be here also integer. It could also be returns. It could also be returns either -1 or 0. Either of these two values could be taken return. So -1 will be always unsuccessful. 0 will be successful. So open your file name, whatever the file name you are interested to open, and then whatever the option flags, how the file could be gets open, whether it is in reading mode or writing mode or reading or writing mode, in which mode you are trying to open. Let us examine what are the different kinds of things which are available here. So here we do have all these modes are supposed to be included. These modes are supposed to be included using this particular H file. You please remember this one. If you want to apply for open, fcntl.h must be included into your C program. Then only open can be worked out. Otherwise, it could not. So look at this. These are the different kinds of modes. O_read RD only. RD in the sense open. O in the sense open. RD in the sense read only. It could be open in only reading mode. And then so open RR only. RR only in the sense it could be open in writing, only writing mode. Okay. It could be open read or write. You could operate a reading or writing operation. Anyone of this could be happened here. So end delay in the sense you just open your file and it could be wait for some time for operating some mode here. So it could be waiting for some mode. And then O_append, read and write. In terms of intern, it is append. Okay, intern it is append. And then create. So it has not been there with you. So you have been taken one particular file name. Just before we have seen, we have victim abc.txt. This abc.txt is already existed. So it could be open immediately without having any problem. If abc.txt is not available with you, yes, it could be able to create also. By using open, you can able to create the particular file also. Okay, truncate. Truncate in the sense, the meaning of truncation is, so let us consider your data is available something, your file will be seen, so some data will be available here. So if you open your file in truncate mode, entire data will be deleted and your file will be open in empty mode. That is what the meaning of a truncate. Truncate in the sense, empty mode. No data will be available. Previously, some data will be there in our file. But right now, there is no data which is being existed if you are open your file using O_trunk. O_execl. Execl in the sense searching purpose. Searching purpose. If you want to search for something, yes, you will go ahead and so open that particular file in execl. Okay. These are different kinds of modes which are available with you. Okay. So this is the way you could operate. I'll let you know. So let you write one particular program. So after completion of read and write. Okay. Then after open a particular file, you must close it. Okay. Your session is before end of your session, you must close that particular file. Without closing that file will be gets open, so that you have studied one particular concept in Java, that is garbage. So the file is also available in terms of garbage mode. So that is why once open the particular file, after completion of the work on that particular file, operation on that particular file, it is your responsibility to close that particular file. Okay. To close that one, CLOSC, the system call will be CLOSC can be used. And look at this, CLOSC will be taken integer close file descriptor. Always, I remember you previously in C programming, let me say MS-DOS based C programming, if you are supposed to use fclose, thereby you may be use fclosc. Fclose is a function, whereas close is a system call. Fclose will be written null, a pointer can be written by fclose, whereas system call will be written either -1 or so some other value which is not equal to -1, which is integer only. Okay, if it is 0, close is unable to close the file. If it is other than if it is -1, so close will be close your file. If it is other than -1, obviously your file will be gets closed. Okay, so whatever the file descriptor you have taken, so currently opened file will be just closed. Okay, and then followed by very important operations. These are two important operations here. These are read and writes. Read and write are used to, read is always take input from the file, write is always place the output onto the file. Okay, so if you consider read will be taken into consideration something like this. So read will be always you are trying to take the data from the file. Let us consider this is a file here. So from the file you are taking some kind of data, reading some kind of data here. Whereas if you consider write in the sense, so WRITE will be taken into consideration. It is always trying to place data onto the file. Okay, so for example, it could be considered as a file here. Read will be always fetch the data from the file, and write will be place data onto the file. So that is the specification here. Why I have given both will be in similar name, similar line in the sense both is having same kind of syntaxes. That is why I have given like this. Look at these prototypes will be integer read, file descriptor, what is the buffer pointer, what is the transfer size. Already just before I told you, before giving the program of create, so it may be written -1 or any other value other than -1. So here you could say, let us consider I have defined a buffer. I have defined a buffer. Let me consider here. Here we have so 300, 300, so 9 bytes or bits or kilobytes, however, whatever it may be, this much amount of data will be there within this particular file. And I have created a buffer in my program. I have created a buffer which could be able to place 100 bytes or bits at a time. It could not be placed more than that. Then so the file descriptor name will be FD will be whatever the file you have been opened, that could be stored in this particular file descriptor. This could be, for example, abc.txt, for example, abc.txt. It has been opened successfully for reading mode. Yes, it has been opened. And this particular data, whatever the data which is available within this particular file, I want to display the contents of file onto the screen, that is console. So for that, I'd like to read my buffer size. My array has been created by me is with 100 bytes only. So at a time you can read 100 bytes. At a time you can read 100 bytes. How many bytes are available here? 309 bytes are available. For the first time, 100 bytes will be read. So 100 bytes in the sense this is beginning. 100 bytes will be somewhere else here. After second time, so 112, so 200 will be read here. Third time, 212, 300 will be read here. Fourth time, so 312, 309 will be read here. Now, what is the value which is going to produce as output from the read will be, it could be able to produce first time 100 as per my example. I'm talking about this particular example only. Second time it could be able to return 100. Third time it is also able to return 100 again. Fourth time it could be written 9 bytes. 100 plus 100 plus 100, 300, 300 plus 9, 309. Yes, totally it is completed. For the fifth time, it is trying to fetch the data from the file. Nothing has been written, so that it could be written -1. It could be written -1, so that your file will be gets over for reading. Okay. So file descriptor in the sense whatever the file you have been open, then the buffer pointer in the sense my variable where exactly I have taken into consideration, that is my buffer pointer. And transfer size, how much amount of data you have been taken from the file, that is the transfer size. So first time 100 bytes, second time 100 bytes, third time 100 bytes, fourth time 9 bytes, because my file size is 309. Fifth time -1, nothing is there to be fetched from the file, so -1, obviously your reading is gets over. In the similar fashion, write also. Only thing will be, so instead of read, you have to place write here. Write, so buffer pointer and transfer size, everything is same. You please understand. You please understand the same definition will be same. But here, so read will be always read from the particular file, something like this. Whereas write will be always placed onto the file here. Okay. So how much data you are trying to place onto the file. So here, so transfer size will be, it will be read and placed onto this particular buffer pointer in terms of read. Whereas in terms of write, whatever the data which is available in buffer pointer, it could be placed into the file. That is the only difference. That is the only difference. Okay. So these are the two different types of system calls which are used to read and write onto the files and from the files. Let us, we do have a file with us, and that particular file will be open in read-only mode and get the data and display onto the screen. Let us do that particular program for a while here. Okay, do that particular program for a while. Yeah. So CAT greater than XYZ. My file name is xyz.txt. So this is a sample file created for showing the result of C program. However, I have been type something here, whatever the control D, whatever the thing it may be, CAT xyz.txt. If you take this one, yes, this is the data which is available with us. Okay, and ls-l. So yes, it has been created. XYZ has been created with the read and write mode. Now let me open the file. So nano cr.c. Okay, op.c. Open. Okay, so hash include stdio.h hash include sys/types.h hash include sys/stat.h. Similarly, hash include nctl l.h. Okay, these things are required. Integer main. Okay, here also integer. So argc argument counter, integer. So argv argument. Sorry, it is character. I mean, sir. So it's character star argv. Okay, can be open. So I have been taken the specific argument from the argument vector. So integer fd file descriptor. I am thinking that the file is already existed. Fd will be equal to open. So my file name will be argv of 1, whatever the name you have specified over there. And how you are supposed to open here in the sense o underscore. So rd only. Hope that this is the specification we have given out there. So look at this, rd only. We are expecting only read only mode. Okay, not any other. Rd only. Yes, it is open. Okay. If fd is not equal to -1, if it is not equal to -1, then you have to start your work. What exactly we are trying to do? So you are expected to read the data from particular file. So here I'd like to define some buffer hash include buff as let me say some 10 bytes. Okay, so let me open one more thing, that is char. So b okay, buff. Okay, b, which is buff. Whatever the size of buffer you have been defined with that particular thing. Now you are trying to read the data. So read, otherwise you'd like to consider let me take one more variable here, that is n. So n will be equal to read of file descriptor fd, comma. My pointer will be, so reading pointer will be b, comma. So how much amount of data you are expected to read here in the sense? So you are expecting to read buff. That much amount is trying to read by me. Okay, that amount of data will be read by me. So while this loop will be continued for several times because we don't know how many number of times it could be read. Okay, while so n is greater than 0, how many, this many number of times, so it could be read the data. And then if it is there, put this string onto that particular buffer, so that is B. And then again, n will be equal to read. One more time you have to read fd, so comma b comma buff. Actually, without writing this particular statement for second time, you may be right in other way also. So let me show you. For the next time, we'd like to show that one. So else, if it is not equal to, if it is equal to -1, so there is a problem to specify this thing, that is printf. So unable to process. Okay, you have to display some message, whatever the message it may be. Okay, then return 0, then followed by close the brace. That is what. Let us check out this one for a while. Then you will copy, or you will take this one. GCC op.c -o op. FCNTL, I think. I'm always confused regarding to this particular name. FCNTL, where it is? Yeah. Let me see. FCNTL, yeah. FCNTL, FNCTL. I have written something like this, which is in wrong mode. FCNTL, not FNCTL. FCNTL, FCNTL. Let me check it out one more time. Yes. Yeah. Nano. Here it is RD only. RD, not RE only. It is RD only. RD. That is the problem here. Yeah. Oh, I'm very sorry. I have forgotten to define something like this. It is hash define actually. It is not include. Hash define. Hash define. That is the problem here. Okay. Yeah. What are another? This is one RETURN. 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 Probably you people are not following. Yesterday and previous day, people have identified the mistakes. One more. Expected declaration or statement end of the file. What is that? So the time is actually get out, and you please connect one more time. So I'll give you.